All right, welcome to Gospel Praise Fitness. We're doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing a very special class for a personal training client that I have that was not able to make our session, and I promised her a class, so I thought I would make this into a class that you can try as well. So we're going to start off with bands. Today we have a long band, and I have a small circle band as well, and I'm using extra heavy and medium to light for my other bands, but you can choose based on your strength, based on your experience. And we need a chair today. We're going to do the entire exercise in a chair. So we're going to start off with a warm-up. We do not need our bands for the warm-up, so we're going to place them off to the sides, and I'm just going to get a nice march going in my body with my arms. It's very cold and windy right now, and so my body is very cold, and it's important to always warm up our bodies so that we don't just go straight into the workout, the strength training. It's really important to warm up, get that blood flowing and circulating. So we march. Good. You should be able to feel a little bit of work here in your abdominals, your lower abdominals specifically, as we lift up those legs and pump those arms. As you keep those legs marching and moving, we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then take your palms and face them up to the sky as you continue marching with your feet. And we're just going to do a little pulsing with our hands. Just pulsing with those palms facing up. And then turn those palms towards me and pulse them towards me. Press, press. Good. Opening up that chest, warming up the arms. And then turn the palms behind you, so you can feel a rotation in your shoulder and press back. And I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together as I press, just like this. Good. All right. Now, if your knee will allow it, we're going to kick our knee out in front and bend it. But if your knee's not feeling up to it today, just lift your slightly bent leg, alternate and lift it up, okay? But if you're able to, work on extending that knee. We're just gonna try or see how we do today. Listen to your body though. If it's telling you this doesn't feel safe, just alternate, and it might be a little bit faster as you lift up your alternating legs. Good. Whether you're kicking the leg out in front or lifting up that knee, we're going to come back into a regular march, and we're going to come into an alternating side tap with the toe out to the side. So I just step it out from side to side. And then once you have the footwork, let's get the arms involved. So we're going to open, close, open, close. So I'm taking my arms out to the sides and bringing them back into the chest. Keeping those arms at shoulder width, shoulder height. So we don't want to drop them down too low, and we also don't want to lift them up too high to impinge the shoulder. So just straight out. And let's do 2 more on both sides. Deep breaths. Good. From here, lift that leg up, take it out to the side, bring it up, and tap it down. Up, to the side, up, and down. And if you have tight hips, like I do right now, you might feel a little bit of a crack, a pop, as they adjust and come back into proper alignment. Good. You can use those hands to mirror what your legs are doing, or you can keep those hands on your hips if you find the hands confusing. And up, out, up. One more on both sides. Up, last one here. Good. We're going to come into some heel digs. I'm just putting my foot out. Again, if this feels like it's too much for your knee because you've got a knee injury, just keep marching on the spot and adjusting what you're doing. And I'm going to use those arms and I'm going to press them in front. Every time I press my heel out in front of me, I use my arms and sweep them forward to press. So a lot of these warm-up moves are even mimicking what I do in the cardio praise party classes that I offer for free on Mondays, but it's just modifying them and adjusting them to a chair. So we do it more slowly, consciously, and safely if you have injuries. Now we're going to take these heel digs out to the side, alternating from side to side. So I dig. So we have to open up from our inner thighs as we stretch and try to place that heel on the ground. Once you have your footwork, challenge your mind to see if you can get this coordination. I read lots of studies recently showing that dancing, specifically dancing and learning choreography, prevents dementia and Alzheimer's. Isn't that cool? So I love to dance, so for me that's a great study, a great finding. Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated choreography. Let's use our minds and our bodies here. Let's do one more on both sides. Good, now I'm going to take my foot and depending on your chair, I'm going to press it back on a diagonal. I'm going to have to move my bands out of the way a little bit more. You might have to as well. So I'm just pressing my toe back again. If this doesn't work for your knees, keep marching on the spot, modify and do something that does work for you. But if you can, just tap it slightly on an angle behind you and press those hands back, back. This is our last warm-up move. Hopefully you feel a little warmer. Deep breaths. Good. And just take a big inhale, a big exhale, let out the stress. A lot of people are holding on to stress, whether it's going on in your life or in the world, the crazy world. One more time, inhale and let it out. All right, we're going to get started with our big band. Again, you may need to experiment with your bands. Maybe you need to make it more challenging or easier. You don't need to go buy a bunch of bands. I use the same band, but if I want the exercise to be harder, I narrow my grip so that everything is more challenging. If I want it to be easier, I make my band a longer length and I make the resistance less challenging. So just play with your band. You don't need to go purchase a bunch of things. We're going to start off with our band behind our back at your bra height. If you don't wear a bra, right up here. And we're going to have our palms facing the ceiling. So remember, where your grip is important. We want our bands to be even, palms facing the ceiling, elbows coming into the sides of your body, holding on tight, and we're going to just reach those arms straight out to the sides. Make sure your palms are facing up. And then your elbows are coming right back into your sides each time. Is it too easy? If so, change your grip. Make it a little bit higher up so that I can feel that. It's much more challenging now. We're trying to go for 15 repetitions. And this is our 8th. We're halfway there. Good. Press out. Bring it back in. And if your neck is starting to feel a little tight, you can always just roll it from side to side. Make sure it's loose as you focus on the upper body here, on the arms. 4 more. This is 4. Tight tummy. 3. Exhale as you do that work. And last one. Good. And just take a moment. Take a moment between the work and the exercises because you don't want to injure yourself. So take your time. We're going to add on to that same move, but we're adding on a move. Okay, so elbows glued to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. I'm going to press out to the sides. I'm going to squeeze my chest as I bring those hands together. Bring them back out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, and draw the elbows in. Now reach out, squeeze. I want you to think of a pencil being right within that sternum bone. And you're trying to squeeze that pencil as you draw your hands together in front of you. Again, we're going for 15 reps. If you get too tired and you need to take a break, please do. And you can join me again. Keep going. Make sure you're exhaling strongly as you're doing that work. So here. And then inhale as you bring it in. We're more than halfway. This is 9. 10. 5 more. You got this. And this is 4 more. We press out to the sides. Squeeze the chest. This is 3. I'm feeling this by now. You should be feeling it. If you're not feeling it and it's too easy, like I said, choke up on the band so that you have more resistance. Yeah, we got this. This is our last one coming up. Use that exhale. Good, and take a break. Now, I want just to explain, when I'm doing this entire chair workout, I'm using my abdominal muscles. I'm pulling my belly button in towards my spine and up so that everything I do is also a core workout. This is how you're going to use and burn more calories. This is how you're going to get better posture. This is how you're going to improve your back. So if you have any back issues, we need to build those abdominal muscles and core strength. It's really important. Okay, keep that band behind the back. Good. Now, from here, I want us just to punch, but we're going to punch forward and then up to the sky. So when I punch forward, I turn my knuckles, if you can see the band, towards you. I'm going to punch right, left, and then I'm going to punch up, up. Okay, so if you find that your band is rolling up your back as you punch up and up, just be careful, be mindful of where you place it. Let's try again. This is 2. And up. And up, and then I'm going to go for 3. Good. And up, and up. I want you to use that breath. And then up. Let's go. And up, and up. Let's go. Forward, forward, sky, and the sky. Forward, forward, up, and up. You don't have to look up, I'm just exaggerating for you. You can just look straight forward even as you punch up to the sky and use that breath. You'll be happy to know that you're more than halfway. This is our 10th. Good, this is 11. Tight tummy, pull that belly button in. And this is 12. Good, good. Use that breath. And press up. And up. This is 14. Press forward. Forward. Soft face. If you're clenching your teeth, this is your last one. Open your mouth, soften your tongue. Everything should be soft except for the body and the muscles that are working, the parts of the body that are working. Everything else needs to be soft. So if you're somebody who starts to bring tension into your jaw when you're doing hard work, I need you to open up your teeth, separate them, and soften your tongue so that you don't bring tension into the neck or into the jaw. We want to relax fully through here. Okay, so hold the band in front of the chest now. We're going to pull the band apart, and we're going to alternate from side to side. I'm going to show you from the front, and then I'm going to show you from the side. So from here, I'm pulling my right side out, and my left side out. Okay, I'm going to show you from the side. I'm sitting up nice and tall, and I'm pulling out from one side, and then I'm pulling out to the other side. This is our third repetition. Just shoulder width, shoulder height. This is our fourth. Ooh, this one's hard for me. This one's 5. And again, if it's not hard, you can make it harder. That's what I love about the bands. This is 7. Right out to the side. Alternating sides. Use that breath. This is 9. This is 10. And 11. 12. Good, we're almost there, almost there. 13, use that breath. Pull that belly button in. Sit up nice and tall. You don't want to slouch in your chair, right? Good posture, this is 14. Especially as you get tired, you start to try to cheat. Last one, both sides. Ooh, that was a good one. Drop it down. You can do some arm rolls or shoulder rolls. And I'm moving a little bit faster than I usually do in the personal training session, just to get all the exercises in. So again, we're going to pull the band open, and we're going to twist from side to side. You're going to feel this in your shoulders. And as I pull my belly button in towards my spine, I also feel this in my abdominals. Ooh, yes, this is a shoulder burn today. This is 4. So every time I steer the car, I'm pulling the bands apart a little bit more. 5. Take a break if you need to. 6. 7. We're coming off of the shoulders very soon, don't worry. 8, if that's what you're thinking. 9. Use your breath. 10. 11. 12. Feel this now. We got this. 13. 14. And 15. Good. Take a break. Roll those shoulders. Let out that stress in your body. Change directions. Thank you, Lord, for this day to move our bodies, right? Holding one piece of that band on your hip or on your thigh. Other hand is going to go out to the side, down to the diagonal bottom, back out to the side, and back forward. You should feel this all through your arm right here. That's the first one. This is the second one. Out, down, up, bring it back. This is 3. And use that breath. Anchor that band with the other hand. So notice I'm really holding on and pressing that hand down onto my hip. Right? Press out. Draw it down. And now if your stomach is getting in the way, you can adapt it and just bring it across your body and back over. You don't have to bring it down on a diagonal, but it does engage different muscles and it's extra challenging. So I'll let you choose. The good news is, that was our 10th. You got 5 more. 5, 4, Sit up nice and tall. 3, 2. Last one, good form. Good, and release. Wow, feel that. Okay, anchor that hand down with the band, nice and strong. Other arm, reach it right out in front, pull it out to the side, down on the diagonal, up to the side, and back to the front. That's 1, 2. This is 3. Use your breath. This is 5. If I'm going too fast, you can slow it down. That's the beauty of the replay. I think on YouTube you can even choose the speed, can't you? You can make it slower. That's it. Out to the side, down, out to the side, bring it back forward. Good news, we're almost there. We have 5 more to go to make our 15 reps. Use that breath. Pull that belly button right into your spine. Scoop out your belly. Strong core. Use that breath. Last 2. Soft face. Give me a smile. Last one. That's something to smile about. And then notice which arm was easier. We all have a stronger side in our legs and in our arms, and we want to make sure we even out the strength in the sides of our bodies, because we will favor a side. Just take a moment to roll those shoulders. Good. Excellent. We're going to make the band go underneath our feet, so I'm going to back up just a little bit. I'll show you from the front, and then I'll show you from the side. So scooch back on my chair a little bit as I extend my legs, and my knees are just slightly bent. I'm going to grab a hold of the ends of my band, and I'm going to bring my thumbs, point them up to the sky so that I have a guide. What I want you to do is bring those thumbs right towards those armpits, the creases of your armpits. This is 2 for your biceps. Bicep curl, 3. And then we need to increase that breath as we bring up the bands. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now watch your elbows as you're bringing those thumbs up towards your armpits. Elbows are glued to your side. They never leave your side. You start to use other muscles when you do this. So glue the elbows and just bring those thumbs up. 5 more. 4, 3. I gotta adjust my band. 2. And last one. Take your time as you come down as well. Hold here, just keep that band underneath your feet. You can shake out your arms a little bit. I'm going to turn to the side to show you the row backs. So I'll go on a bit of an angle here so you can see my arms. So this time, I'm going to keep those elbows close to my ribs the whole time as well, just like I did with the biceps, but I'm pulling my elbows straight back behind me. That's why it's called row back. Now, focusing on the back, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. This is 3, 4, 5. Think of sticking your chest right out the whole time as you squeeze and retract the elbows and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze. Use that exhale. This is 10. 5 more. We have 5, 4, 3. Beautiful posture, sitting up tall. 2 and 1. Just take a moment. Continue to keep that band underneath your feet. Last exercise with the band like this. I'm going to keep my arms straight. I'm going to lean forward a little bit from the chair, and I'm going to take my hands and press them back behind me. Now, I prefer to have your palms facing behind you, but I do have to hold on to the band at the same time. So I'm going to loop them around my fingertips. My palms are facing behind me. My arms are staying straight. And I'm engaging those triceps now. Use that exhale. That's it. This is 8. 9. Now what's important with this exercise, you don't want to be turning around and looking because it can crank your neck. So make sure you just keep your gaze straight out in front. You know what you're doing now. You don't even need to watch me. You just need a good form. So leaning slightly forward, arms straight, palms facing behind you. And with all this chatter, the good news is you only have 3 more to go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good, awesome. The good news is we're done, our upper body. So you can just take a moment, roll shoulders, maybe take some arms. I'm going to show you 2 options for the lower body because not all of us have all the different bands, okay? If you don't have the circle band, or even if you do, you might want to try this one because I found it interesting that it does kind of work differently because we can hold on to the bands and we can adjust how much tension there is when we cross over. So if I'm doing something like this, I can use my arms to really pull, right? And control it that way. So you can do it with the long band, or we can do it with our circle band. Placing that band just above the knees, and if you've done this before, you know that band can sneak up and try to roll around on your legs. So try your best to keep it exactly just above the knees. Open those feet, hip width apart, sitting up nice and tall. And we're just going to do the same kind of thing we did at the warm-up. Tapping from side to side, out and in. But now we have the extra work here. Now, if your band feels really easy, you may want to stop for a moment and get on a harder band. If you're using the long band, you can control how tight it is and make it harder. You're also adding an upper body workout when you're controlling the tension. So you can choose to do the long band as well. I just find this easier for visuals to show you how to do it. Okay. Take the leg out even wider if you can. Increase the range of motion. That's it. Out and in. 2 more both sides. Last one. Good. I'm going to show you from the side this next one. We're doing turn out of the legs. So my niece is a beautiful, beautiful ballet dancer, and she's taught me so much about the core work and about the leg work in ballet. They're like they're one of the strongest athletes, ballerinas. So I always like to incorporate a little bit of ballet in my work. Turn out from the hips, not just from the feet. Turn them out. Bring that inside thigh to work. We're gonna lift up that right leg. Up, down. This is 3, 4, I'm holding on to the edge of my seat, but still lifting up nice and tall. Try not to slouch back in your chair. Sit up nice and tall. I want you to feel this in your hip and in your inner thigh, working right here. These are called your adductors. 5 more here. 5. And just go to the height that you feel is a challenge for you. 3, 2, and 1. Let me just switch sides. Lift up and place back down. Keep your feet turned out into a V. If you can't see my feet well, they're in a V shape. I'm turned out from the hips. And using that breath. Tight tummy, pull it in. Five more on this side. 5. Keep that turn out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that is a really intense one. Just relax for a moment. So we worked our abductors when we were tapping out to the sides. We worked our adductors when we did that nice turn out and leg lift. And now, take a moment to just come here with me and bring that band down to the ankles. If you have only the long band, you can tie it in a knot around your ankles. We're going to open the feet hip width apart. You're going to come up onto the toes, open the legs out, up onto the toes, place the heels down. This is 2. Good. This is 3. This might feel easy for some of you, while others are like, this is a really hard exercise because we're all so different. The way that our bodies are made, the different injuries in the past and the present that we're having to learn how to navigate, right? So everybody's different and seasons are different. This might feel hard for you today, and within a few months, it's super easy. I want you to work those calf muscles as you're up onto your tippy toes and place the heels down. Tippy toes, outward rotate, and back down. Out, bring it back. Working here as well, working everything. Something so simple can be really effective. Good, we got 5 more. Use that breath. Last 2. There's a little pop of my hip. Last 1. Good, and just rest here for a moment. Take some time. Relax. All right, last little bit of footwork. If you can stand, that would be great. If you can't, I'm going to try to show you what you can do seated in the chair. So from here, I'm going to keep my band around my ankles. I'm going to bring my leg out in front, around to the side, back to the front, and bring that leg back in. So I step it forward, pull to the side, forward, and in. If you can stand up, I'm going to give you a bit more of a challenge. But if not, then just keep doing this one. Okay, to stand up, be very careful, be very mindful of your knees. As you come all the way to standing, I'm going to waddle my way all over to a wall. Make sure you hold your chair or your wall. And again, my feet hip width apart. I'm going to bring my foot forward, to the side, forward, in. Same side. If you're doing it seated and you've gone to 15, good job. You can switch to the other side when you're ready. If you're standing with me, we got a ways to go here. Rest. So the whole time I'm feeling My outer leg, my outer hip. Working here. Even my glutes are activating. That's it. We are more than halfway. Use that breath. We place that foot to tap in front, tap to the side, tap to the front, and back. This is 6 more. 5. Again, simple move, but like, do I ever feel it? 4 more. Now, what would it be like if we didn't use a wall? Hard. You could try it. Take a moment to try the last few without touching the chair or the wall. Last 2. And last 1. Now, if you've been in the chair and you're doing it in the chair, continue on. I'm going to do the next one without touching the wall because that was interesting for me. You can do it with the chair or the wall. 2, but it's hard to do without. Lift up. Tight tummy. Use that breath. Supporting the leg. Nice and strong. We've got 10 more. That's it. 9. Ooh, wow. Harder on the second side always. Because both legs are working to stabilize you here. More than halfway. We have 6 more on this side. 5. Ooh, 4. We got this. 3. 2. And last one. Ooh, my goodness. I'm waddling my way back to the chair. We've done all of our upper body and our lower body. It is time for the core. So important to take good care of our core muscles to support the back. You guys know this, I talk about it all the time. All right, I'm going to show you from the side. I'm coming to the front of my chair, bringing the legs out in front, leaning back on an angle. Taking my legs, I'm going to do a little bit more work for the legs, but I really do want you to think about your abdominals here. Lower abdominals, legs nice and straight. Pull that belly button in. My hands can be on my hips. Or I can reach those arms out in front. You can choose. And then challenge yourself how high you can bring that leg. So this is more the beginner level. If you want to try a more advanced level, we're going to bring our hands to the sides of the chair, scooch forward. I'm going to try just one leg, and I'm not going to drop it down. So it's just grazing off of the ground. It's never fully dropping. You can keep with just those alternating legs, or you can try this with me. Just 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then change sides. Again, if you're just doing the alternating legs, keep going. Don't stop. Otherwise, change sides and join me over here. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, plant your feet on the floor, still up at the front of your chair. Bring your hands, I'm going to turn around to show you. Bring your hands across your chest. And then just, again, leaning back a little bit. Got a little bit of an angle, so I can already put your hands here for a moment. Even if you have some rolls to get through to get there. Feel your lower abdominals. I want you to press in and see if you can feel them working. With your hands across your chest, turn, Russian twist from side to side. And breathing here. Twist. I want you to really twist. The bigger the twist, the more you lean back in your chair, the more you pull your belly button in, the more work you're doing. Oh yeah. Nice tight core. Good. 4 on both sides. This is 4. This is 3. This is 2. And this is 1. Now you can keep doing it like this, or you can make it more challenging. I'm going to reach my arms up. I'm going up, leaning back, twisting, leaning up, sitting back, twisting. So just adding a little bit of sitting up. Okay, I'm going to come to the side to show you. So the addition here is I'm leaning back and I sit up, sit back, twist, turn. I sit up, sit back, twist, back to the front. Sit up, lean back, twist, come forward. Up, sit back, twist, forward. You should feel this in your core by now. If you do not feel it, you can let me know, because we're going to have to do some troubleshooting and figure out whether you have abs of steel or whether you're doing it wrong. Up, lean back, twist, forward. 2 more, both sides. Lean back, twist, forward. Keep going. Lean up, lean back, twist, forward. Last set. Up, back, twist, forward. If you finish, that's fine. You can wait for me. Twist, forward. Now hold here. Hold here, hold here. I'll show you from the side. Just a little pulsing while you pull your belly button in. Kind of like a little Pilates move, but you're in a chair. Who says you can't work hard in a chair? That's what my personal training client and I are discovering. It's like amazing. We can sweat and we can work hard in a chair. All right, now you can keep pulsing just like this, or you can add a little knee. Press up, press up. Oh my, I feel it. Pull that belly button in, right to the end, right to the end. This is 4. That's it. 3. 2, use that breath. Don't hold your breath. Last one. Oh yes, okay, we did upper body, lower body, core. We gotta do a little bit of stretching. So you can stretch in the chair if you can't get out of the chair. If you feel like this is where you wanna be for the whole class, you can. Otherwise, standing up. Nice and gentle. I'm gonna move my chair out of the way. And we're just gonna, whether you're seated in the chair, I want you to lean over to the right side. I just have more movement when I'm standing, so I like bigger range of motion. Good, another side. Excellent. We're going to pull that right arm across the body and drop that shoulder. And come to the other side. Drop that shoulder. Now, if you're doing this in the chair, just be mindful of the back of the chair. I'm just going to turn to the side to show you. Reach the arms behind you, interlace those fingers, and squeeze your shoulder blades. Open up that chest. We worked the chest. a lot in the upper body. And we worked the back a lot as well. So give yourself a big hug, chin to chest. And I want you to think about breathing in between your shoulder blades. Send your breath around your back. Good. From here, just some nice neck rolls. If you have any tension in the neck, just gentle. Good. Hold it over to the right side. You could just leave it here. You can make it more challenging by opening your arms on a diagonal. And if you want, you can add a gentle weight onto the head. And release over to the other side. Add that hand, just gently pull the head if it feels okay for you. Chin back to the chest, interlace the fingers behind the head, draw the elbows toward one another. Open up the back of your neck. Good, release, just do a little bit of ankle rolls. One side, reverse. The other side. Beautiful. You did really, really well. Let's just do a few inhales and exhales. If you're standing, you can bend those knees as we do it. If you're in the chair, just use those arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. And well done. Awesome. Great work.